Hello, I'm Natasha Foreman. Welcome to the Breaking Bread with Natasha podcast, where I share daily devotionals from my namesake blog, so you can listen on demand to spiritual messages inspired by God's love, as expressed in the Bible and other religious texts. You can read along at breakingbreadwithnatasha.com or sit back and take in the Word. Either way, I'm blessed to have you break bread with me. Without further delay, let's begin today's message. Welcome, Breaking Bread family. This is Natasha Foreman. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to look at the book of Haggai, chapter 1, lines 5 and 6. The translation that I'm reading says, "Now this is what the Lord Almighty says. Give careful thought to your ways. You have planted much, but harvested little. You eat, but never have enough. You drink, but never have your fill. You put on clothes, but are not warm. You earn wages only to put them in a purse with holes in it." Whoa. God sent the prophet Haggai to speak to the governor of Judah about God's temple that had yet to be rebuilt. The people had built grand homes for themselves, yet the temple was still in ruins. They planted plenty of crops that should have resulted in a huge harvest, but it didn't happen. They had material things, but still were unsatisfied. They kept coming up short. They didn't know why. When you continue reading past verse 6, you see that Haggai spoke God's words and made clear that all of this was happening because they didn't honor God. They didn't put him first. They hadn't taken care of his temple before or while building their beautiful homes. They put care and attention to detail in their homes, knowing the temple was still nothing but a mound of scraps and dirt. They planted in his soil, expecting to take from it without honoring him. How many of us are guilty of the same? How many of us put our needs and desires above what God calls us to do? How many of us focus on someone else's things and then we lack the care for our own God-given things? When, where, and how are we honoring him? Jesus said our bodies are God's temples, but how do we treat them? While we're busy getting our homes spruced up, what are we doing to and for our bodies that are our first and truest home? How are we glorifying God and giving thanks for these vessels we occupy? Have you ever considered that the areas where you struggle are where God isn't first in your life? Maybe you aren't consulting with him or getting guidance from him, so you're relying on your own knowledge and ways. What kind of harvest do you think you will receive? How fulfilled do you think you will be? Ponder this. Let's pray on it. Father, I pray to always honor you above all, to put you first in all situations, to invest my energy into the things you desire, and that I'm obedient to your requests and commands. I don't want to disappoint you. I ask for your graceful realignment. In Jesus' name, amen. And with that, family, I pray that you are blessed, that you see and embrace your blessings, and that you're a blessing to others. I love you all. Take care. Hi, family. If what I shared in today's message resonates with you, I hope you will share it with others. Feel free to leave positive comments and reviews on my site, breakingbreadwithnatasha.com, and through whichever podcast provider that you're listening to me. Each day, I work to be a better steward and servant. I hope you will join me in sharing God's love and truth and rebuking the enemy's lies. Now go out there and make today an awesome day. I love you all.